All right, what's up guys? Today I am making ceviche at Bart's house. Tiff and Gio are off doing the all girls podcast today, and they're gonna miss out on a pretty awesome UFC fight, which is the reason why I'm at Bart's house today. It's like, right now it's just me, Bart, and Taika, but we're gonna have some friends come over. I asked Bart what he was gonna be making for the potluck thing that we're doing for this UFC thing, and he's doing poke. So I thought, oh, I'll go along with the whole seafood thing and I'll try my hand at making ceviche today. I've never done ceviche before, so I'm kind of nervous because, I don't know, when you're dealing with raw food that isn't actually cooked with flames and it's cooked with lime juice, it kind of makes me worried because I don't want to be the one responsible for making people sick. I don't know if I'm going to be any good at it. I've looked at a couple different recipes online, and for me, I don't particularly like following specifics with recipes. I like cross-referencing like multiple of them and getting the gist, getting the idea of how to make it, and then making it on my own and turning it into my own thing. So I hope I interpret all the different recipes I've looked at. I hope I interpret it correctly, and the proportions are going to be right, and I hope it's going to taste good. And yeah. Oh yeah, the UFC fight we're watching is the Khabib versus Poirier fight. The last time we vlogged anything UFC related, I know we don't ever actually follow UFC in this vlog universe that we have with you guys, but the last time we did anything UFC related was the Khabib and McGregor fight, and Khabib's making his comeback, and we're gonna watch, eat, and have a good old time today. Deshelling that took a long ass time. Did not anticipate how long that was gonna take. So, I think Bart is now beating me. You're ahead of me now.
It's a race?
Yeah, well I started before you did, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna be the last one serving my food. And everyone's arriving now, and they've already got their food all ready and stuff. Pressure's on. Alright, so the fight's over. Everyone has left the building. It's just Bart and Taika and me again. And the ceviche was a hit at the party. We got some leftovers, so I want to show you guys what it looks like. And voila! Yeah, I never served the ceviche. But it was a hit though. I'm not lying about it being a hit, because when I was making it and everyone's coming in, I was still cutting up the shrimp. Everyone's like, ooh, what are you making, shrimp? So I felt like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a hit at the party. But I never got to serving it because if you look closely, the shrimp didn't cook all the way. It's like still kind of gray. Like I said, it was my first time making ceviche, and the authentic recipes that I had looked up online, they all referenced the cooking times in the line to be about an hour to 2 hours and a half. It was always in that time frame. So I was thinking, oh, I can marinate for like an hour to 2 hours and a half, and like, you know, we could eat it sometime in the middle of the potluck. But it never cooked. And now thinking back at the recipes I was looking at and like thinking about why this is still raw, very, very raw, I think it's because I wasn't using like fresh limes and juicing the limes myself. Because I bought the bottled lime juice, and maybe the acidity in the bottled lime juice isn't as strong as fresh lime juice, which sounds like a no-brainer now that I'm saying it out loud. So yeah, it was a total fail in terms of getting it to cook. We never ate the ceviche. It was only $30 of shrimp, so not too bad of a loss, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. Huh?
It's not gonna be a loss, you're gonna eat it.
I'm gonna eat it.
Eat a couple more hours.
Just a couple more hours. Tiff and Gio should be on their way back. They've been doing the podcast all day today. So, if anything, maybe you could cook in time for them to get back, and then we can have a ceviche dinner instead of throwing out the shrimp. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And I think this has gotta be my biggest fail in terms of providing food at a potluck ever. Cause I mess up a lot of food sometimes for potlucks, but it's never been this bad where I just never got to serving my food ever. Kinda sad about that a little bit, but it's okay. It's my first time. I was overly ambitious. It's all good. Look who's home.
I'm checking my teeth because I just ate a plate of food, but I'm down to check try. My brain stops working.
Well, you had a whole day of filming and
I
talking.
know. We had so many fun guests today.
Like
we
who?
had Cassie Ho, we had Pokimane, and we had Mia Khalifa, and then we had a cop friend of Gio's who has had experience being an undercover, and so we got to talk about her experiences today. So that was really fun.
Oh yeah, her husband was here earlier.
Yeah, her husband was
Yeah.
here. But I want to try your ceviche. You told me about your ceviche mishaps.
Yeah. Bart gave me a heads up on what he thinks you would say, you and Gio would say.
You should have cooked it with real lime.
Oh, is it tasty? I gotta try.
You tried, I'm not even gonna say anything. The minute I tasted it, I was like, I know what Jill's gonna say. I know her Mexican taste buds.
Not limey enough.
I swear I used real limes. Lots of it.
No, you did not.
You liar. You're a
What did I
liar.
say? The minute I took
You
the
called
bottle,
it.
Jill's gonna say, it's not nearly enough.
Not even close, baby. I'm
Really?
sorry. You're missing so much lime action.
I knew it.
What about all the other flavors? You don't care for the other flavors? If it was just all lime, you'd be happy?
If you're a Mexican, no.
Lime is.
Just see him grab it,
You just grabbed it.
though. That was straight, just yanked it
Dale,
out.
mama.
Yeah, baby. It just tastes like it's cooked. Like in water, like boiled cooked, not cooked in lime cooked.
When I ate ceviche with Gio and all the ones that she likes, I'm like, okay, it needs to have this much amount of lime.
Man, it's a lot.
And it has to be cooking for a certain amount of time too. At least overnight.
All the online recipes failed me then. Because now I'm like reading other recipes outside the 3 or 4 that I found and like cross-referenced. Yeah, some of them mention 6 hours.
Just stay away from the Mexican kitchen, alright, bro?
All
You
right.
could have just
Can
bought
I use these?
ceviche.
Can I squeeze them in?
Yeah, I don't think those are mine. The one is ours over here, but I don't think it
These were
matters.
from there though.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Can I squeeze them in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Those are my favorite kind of limes, by the way.
What kind of limes
They're
are
like
those?
the juiciest kind of limes.
Are they key limes?
These, I don't know what kind of limes, but I just could tell because they're a lot more rounder and plumpier and a little bit more yellow, like a tint of yellow.
Damn, you know all these things?
Yes, I'm a lemon connoisseur.
Now I know.
Okay.
Isaac's, Isaac. I call Taika Isaac.
Oh, look at it.
He sure knows how to eat a donut. I know, that's what I'm looking at.
Isaac, though. He would do that. Oh, cutie. Hey, Taika. We are farmers. That's so cute.
God, we're horrible parents. God, he knows all the commercials.
Can I squeeze them in?
Yeah, go for it.
I kind of want to watch a Mia Khalifa porno now.
Me
What
too.
about the
I haven't
seeds?
seen one ever.
Do you think
it's
that's
a family
weird?
channel. It's
Oh,
a
right.
family channel.
Guess where we're standing right now?
In front of our house.
Yeah.
Now we actually have the skeleton, like the bones of the house we can finally see because this whole time has only been the foundation.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
So in 2 weeks, or exactly 9 days from today, we get to go to the design center and pick out the floors and the cabinets and like the countertops and everything. And that's gonna be super, like that's the thing I've been looking forward to the most, but just to see it like this now and it's not just land, it's pretty exciting.
We paid money to hold this spot. When we paid that money, it was just dirt. And then now over the course of a couple weeks, I've seen them lay the
Couple
cement.
months,
There's piping now, and then now they've erected it now, so it's like
Yeah, it's
standing.
standing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
because
can
look,
see
our
it.
neighbors still don't, it's not standing yet.
Yeah, last week was like that.
But this is ours.
Yeah.
And then our other neighbor. And the funny thing too, every time we come visit the house, I'm always wearing the wrong shoes. I'm like, dude, I need to remember if we plan to come.
Alright, what's up guys? Just got dropped off to meet up with Brandon and Julia, and we picked up some sip to fuel our journey. And our journey now is to go location scout for the JK project. So location scouting is a process you do where you go to the actual location that you're gonna shoot at, and you figure out like, you know, the texture, the look. Is this something that I want? Can we shoot here? How loud are the neighbors? How Is there you know, outlets for lighting? You know, like little logistical things like that. Creative options of like which side of this location do we want to shoot? Like things like that. We're gonna consider today. We're gonna check out 3 places, and these 3 places are pretty crucial actually for our script. And very big pivotal moments happen at this location. So super excited. And once we can check off this scouting, we can move into scheduling and hopefully get everything on the way. How do you guys feel about producing? You guys are like...
I live and breathe it, man. Specifically line producing. That's specific. So which I think is pretty great because BChoi kind of sees the big picture, and he was like, maybe we can get this. I'm like, yeah, you got it. I'll get that for you. Essentially, that's what it is.
I'm the big picture guy.
Yeah, he's the big picture guy, and
that's a perfect balance.
On the small picture, I don't know.
Julia's always in our meetings. She's always like, what about this thing? And I was like, oh, I totally overlooked that. I didn't even realize that. Julia thinks about the little tiny things.
That's awesome.
We work in a very good. We're a good pairing.
Yeah, that's really good pairing.
It's honestly been fun producing this. I think we've all been itching to do something with a narrative on a bigger scale.
You know what's crazy is like we did skits for so long, and we all got burned out from doing the skits. Because the skits, if you guys didn't know, we would only budget like maybe $100 max in terms of what we would spend on each skit. So all the skits you've seen in the past, they were done on a shoestring budget. And the only thing that we actually spent money on was probably the Gun Fu thing, which was really epic in terms of the experience we had.
I just remember Gun Fu. I came around the time when Gun Fu was just being put together.
Yeah.
And I just remember that, like, compared to the skits, and so I think I only did like 1 or 2 skits with JK at the time. Yeah. And then when we went over to Gun Fu, I was like, whoa!
It's a whole other world with money. It's like, what? Money can do this?
Yeah, and I was like, is this what they do on a daily? Like, my mind was so blown. And after Gun Fu, I felt like everything kind of went down a little bit, and then we went back into the groove of like just skit days.
This is what normal is.
Yeah, this is what normal is. And I was like, damn, so that was like a special treat.
But this is kind of like a blend of the two. So we're not exactly trying to spend too much on this project. It's kind of like a proof of concept. We want to take this idea and submit it to bigger studios and see if they think there's any value in it, and see if they would want to fund like the rest of the project. So we're not trying to throw too much in there, but we're also not, you know, limited to $100.
Yeah.
So this is nice. This is a nice, like, we have a nice playing room. Here we go, location number 1. This is location 1. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Right?
This is that movie set clutter that like would take so much money to like put together. Alright, so for our first location we're looking for, it's a rundown lot for a character. And this character is like a paranoid, like weirdo kind of guy, and we needed like a rundown lot to have this character live in it and to make it feel real and very lived in for him. This location seems to be perfect for that. It kind of checks off. We got like, you know, just junk and clutter and random just construction pieces laying around.
Perfecto.
Perfecto. Alright, so we are now at location number 2. We've been looking for that like quintessential Mexican restaurant, very mom and pop. And judging from the looks of this place, walls are yellow. They're playing that faint like Latin music in the background, like that old-timey Latin music. It's always that fan too, like the ceiling fan. I don't know what it is about ceiling fans, but it makes it look like legit.
It's probably been spinning since 1970.
Yeah.
I like the look of the cash register too, because it's still like, it's a very timed piece.
Yeah.
Because now you have that touch screen,
yeah,
and like you flip it over to the customer, and the customer can just do whatever they want. But this one, all manual, baby.
Very true. Yeah. See, that's the thing about location scouting. You want to find places that look like they're lived in and they have history, because when it translates onto camera, it feels real. Oh man, I wish I brought Tiff with me on this location scout now. She's gonna see this footage, she'd be like,